My name's Edison Kelly, and I'm speaking about a young man that I've known for a while and I'm extremely proud of, Kevin Brown. I met this young man probably maybe during his teen years, and the thing I remember most about him is he always had a rough edge about him. There was always a rough edge about him, but it was always a drive in him. I always saw. He was always like he was focused on something. That's one thing I always remember about him. I got to know him a lot through basketball and through the Boys and Girls Club. I remember going on a college tour with him. And during the time of the college tour, I remember just watching how he would go to each school and how he would ask a lot of questions. And whenever we was always doing things, and I always asked him, you know, could you do this with me or whatever, I can always count on him. So I remember him having those attributes about him even as a young man. But he always still had that little rough edge about him. I've never seen, I always used to hear stories about him, a little rough edge, but I've never really seen him. I've always saw him being a focused young man, you know, with a lot of potential. And then as he grew up and became a man, what I've noticed about him too, as he was going through college and as he was coming to the Boys and Girls Club speaking, a lot of things he would say to the young people under him was very inspirational. You know, I remember one time him telling me that he would learn one word a day in a dictionary. He said every day he would always learn one word a day because he said he wanted to speak. And I have a t-shirt at my house. I actually have a t-shirt at my house right now that I actually looked at last week, and I read, he had a quote on the back of his t-shirt. It was part of his clothing line. And no joke, I actually read this last week. It was a green t-shirt, and I don't remember exactly word for word what it said, but it was very inspirational words that he had behind him, behind the t-shirt. And in front was I think it was KJ or something like that. So, I mean, if I really was just to go on about this young man, I'd probably go into tears. I mean, this dude here is a solid dude. He's grown into a solid man, and he's you know, it's not too many people I can say this about, that I would even say this about, you know, but he's one of the few that I would say is a solid dude.